Well, hello, what's up? How you all doing? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's Monday and it's extremely hot, which is a bit surprising because summer is gone, but it's a beautiful day. Anyway, today we got the 1v1 testing time. You did vote and you voted for Musha, which is this unit right here. I got him in a nice skin because I'm on the PTR test server and you have a little bit of solves. So I said, let me buy this skin because I don't have it on my main. I don't have money to buy skins. It is what it is. We're gonna test it against some units. I got them fully veterans and doctrines. I'm gonna show you everything. And the first is gonna be chariot because it's been nerfed. And I'm curious if Musha is gonna do now better against chariot or worse. Because before they were pretty good. So you can charge into my units whenever you desire. I'm gonna press the second skill, which is supposed to slow down the chariot. And yes, they do better against chariot. Why they do better against chariot is because if the hero gets hit by the units or everything, the hero gets kicked off of the chariot, which means damage units like Musha, but even other units are gonna do actually pretty good against chariot, and I'm happy about that. I think that if you catch the chariot, Musha slows it by 90%, and then it does some good damage, and the chariot being changed to the point where you actually throw the enemy out of it, the hero. So it's pretty nice that the devs did that because it's much more easier to punish the chariot. And I'm happy because now Musha might actually be very good against chariot. Now, new tier 4. Go ahead, fight, let's see how it goes. Let's set them in, press the second skill, and do a little bit of the damage. I do have really good doctrines on them, especially the new one, that it heals them up, and it seems that they put up a fight. But unfortunately, they're not gonna win this one. The truth is, Musha are much more better in blob fights, from the side. 1v1, if you catch yourself alone in the battle, you're most likely doomed. But there must be some units there that you're gonna do better. By the way, you have to try the evolution too, so after this, switch. Maybe evolution is gonna do worse. Alright, I'm gonna charge in. I don't have the knock-up charge, but I don't think it's that great. I'm gonna press the second skill and bash those shields. I guess shields, they supposed to be pretty good, to be honest, in general, but I do get losses, which is kind of sad, not gonna lie, because these shield units are not doing damage, and yet I'm getting a lot of losses here. I think Musha needs some buffs, not only defense, but a lot of attack. Alright, we're winning, but we're losing a lot of units. We are losing a lot of units, unfortunately. Musha needs some love, man. They're a cool unit, fun to play. The damage is not that bad, but whatever. It's kinda sad they're such in a bad spot, and the skin is so cool, actually. It's probably worth all the money, not gonna lie. Alright, just evolve your units. You should be able to. And then let's fight to the evolution of the tier 4, because it has two parts. If you didn't see my video, the first form is more tanky. So yeah, okay, just fight and then get the rage and do it again. I'm just gonna set them in. I'm gonna press the second skill and put up a fight so they can get the rage. The problem with the rage is, before you get the rage, you probably gonna get some losses, You're probably gonna get some losses, so yeah. I'm just gonna pick the Musha again, and we're gonna try. Come on. Evolve your units, and let's fight. The evolution is a bit weaker now, but they do have still nice amount of CC, so I guess could pay off. We're gonna try mostly against non-meta units, like Musha, because Musha are not meta. A bit underrated, I'd say, but meh. If you want to win solo the games, you're not gonna be able to. Alright, I'm just gonna send them in. Gonna try to charge in. I don't really like the charge in Musha usually because it wastes too much time. But sure. Gonna put up some damage here. Pretty nice. But unfortunately, we get wiped out by the evolution too. Yeah, I don't think Musha does so well in 1v1s. I think that's actually pretty bad. And 1v1s, by the way, because I know there is a lot of people barking because you didn't do this, you didn't do that. 1v1 it's mostly to show you what units you should avoid and what units you should fight with. That's what it is for. And if you guys think you can do better, bro, please just do it. Prove it and do it. Because you didn't press this, you didn't press that. Come on, man. Come on. You're all just pros now. Come on. I'm gonna go in. Zerix have to charge, by the way. I'm gonna press second skill immediately. And we're gonna wipe out the Zerix. Zerix are not that good. Are really not that good. But they do have a solid charge, which against shield meta it's not that bad. But we're winning against them. That's really nice. Let's try another tier 4. At least you know that on the Musha are winning against non-meta units, but they are non-meta units neither. I think they have enough damage if you let someone tank for you, but sure. Complicated unit. I think they need some parry. You know, like some parry so they can stay at the front lane a bit longer. Alright, Asaps, we're gonna charge in. And we're gonna put up a fight. Asaps should be quite of a threat because they have a nice block, right? But on the Musha do some good amount of damage. Okay, Asaps are horrendous. Good to know. I mean, I think we all know, especially older players, if you're an older player, you probably already know that Asaps are trash. Asaps are really trash. Don't say, oh, you can get somebody. You can get somebody with any unit, man. You can get somebody even with X-Riders. X-Rider, even with them you can get some value. That doesn't mean that the unit is good. It's trash. Asaps are trash. Period. We're not changing the subject. Because you can do this. Because some people defended the men-at-arms. Men-at-arms are horrendous. They're really bad. Not trash, but they're really bad. So, no. I'm gonna send them in. Wu Wei are kind of a problem. But the thing about Wu Wei and Musha is that Wu Wei, before they swing the second skill, they need like 2 seconds to swing. When Musha is more direct, which means if you press the second skill early, Wu Wei dies, because you shot them. When Musha does have the damage, it's a damage dealer's unit, it just dies too fast, and it's shield meta, and they don't really last into the fight. But happy that they win against Wu Wei, because Wu Wei are still pretty nice. Let's see what we get next. We get some Halberdiers, I guess. The new tier 4, I guess. The older tier 4 from the last season, right? Yeah, it's those one from the Terracotta season. I mean this season, not bad. This season, I'm gonna go in. Let's see how that's gonna do. They're not that bad, the new tier 4 actually, from the Terracotta season. They're pretty tanky, damage-wise is nice, but they're pretty difficult to play. We put up a fight, but unfortunately, we do get wiped out. Not much to do about the new tier 4. I'm kind of surprised no one really plays it. Maybe I should put it to the test 1v1. Why not? We're gonna do another post, because I can do only one more video, maybe 2, and that's it. Because Wednesday is the new tier 5, so we're gonna test it. You can pick some Highlanders. I guess those are pretty. Imperial Pikemen, that's fine too. We don't win against this anyway. So let's go in. This one's advanced hearts. Too much. Yeah, we have no chance against that. Imperial Pikeman advance hurts non-shield units pretty hard. Not much to do about it. We're losing instantly. There is no chance to win against those guys. You can win against most units if you go from the side, obviously. Right? You just go from the back or everything, but yeah. Anyway, let's try another tier 4. At least they do okay for this number of units. And now the monks. A lot of people say the monks are good. I don't think they're bad, but I just hate their low number. That's what I hate. So I'm gonna go in, press the second skill, and the monks are completely deleted. This is why I hate the monks, because their number is completely low, like 9. You kill 2, 3 of them, your power is gone. So I don't like the monks. The monks are similar to mostly other units that are non-meta, that you have to use them from the side. But if you catch yourself alone in the battle, you're doomed. Yeah, you're completely useless. And the same is pretty much with Musha and Men-at-Arms, but they have a little bit more damage. Men-at-Arms have a lot of healing, while Musha has more damage. So let's see. Men-at-Arms versus Musha. It should be pretty for Men-at-Arms, because they have a block and a shield, unfortunately. And we're not gonna lose, yes. Because Men-at-Arms have a block, Musha doesn't. So unfortunately, you get deleted. This is the type of unit that Men-at-Arms can win against. Non-meta units and very squishy units. That's the only ones you could probably win with Men-at-Arms. Let's try Highlanders. I really voted for Highlanders, but no one really accepted to vote for them, fortunately. I really wanted to test them. But we can try Musha versus Highlanders. Why not? I think they have a really cool playstyle. It's just not that great. It's not meta. Remember, if the unit is not meta, you can still make it work. It's just more complicated. That's all it is. It's a little bit more complicated. You have to be very aware of that. You don't have Highlanders? I'm gonna go against these guys, I guess. We're not winning against this, by the way. Because they have too much damage for us, but sure. Halberdiers destroy pretty much any unit without a shield. Shield units do very well against pikemen and things like that. But against shield units, not so great. Halberdiers are not so great against shield units. That's why I don't see them much around. But they do have good damage. And they can counter cav, so yeah. Highlanders or another tier 4, I don't know. Older ones. And then we can go for the Stalwarts and Spear Sergeants. If you don't have Highlanders, just let it be. Go for Stalwarts. He doesn't have Highlanders, I guess. The Grey Harrison. Let's see how this one's gonna go. They're not that bad. Grey Harrison, I think they're a bit underrated, if you ask me. Because they do have tankiness and everything, but their damage is not really the best. I'm kind of surprised Musha do so good against them. Pretty much surprised. But Grey Harrison does need a little bit of damage, in my opinion. Maybe even a bit of defense. Oh, well, we won against them. That's nice. Alright, we can try Stalwarts and Spear Sergeants, and then we're gonna go for 2 yellows and call it. We did one against most non-meta units, but that's it. I think that we can't win against nothing else. I don't think meta unit's gonna destroy us, so yeah. There's nothing I can do against Stalwarts, let's be honest. Stalwarts do too much damage. I think Stalwarts damage is pretty high. I'm not even gonna bother with it. I think it's a lost cause. We're gonna go for Spear Sergeants. I think Spear Sergeants is gonna be some nice little fight. Because they don't really have the damage, but they're very tanky. So I'm curious against the Musha. Stalwarts are still the best purple. And in my opinion, next season, Stalwarts will still be the best purple. Because the new Zealots don't kill Stalwarts. So good luck with that. Gonna go in. Charge in. A second skill. And let's see how it goes. If they kill Spear Sergeants, that's pretty nice. But it seems we're actually kind of losing. We do a lot of damage, but they heal pretty much everything. Yeah, they're not winning neither against Spear Sergeants. Well, Musha, unfortunate, man. It's a cool unit, and I hope they do get some love. But yeah, Spear Sergeants heal too much, and they're very tanky, so meh. Anyway, some yellows. Let's try some Shield Maidens, some Siladars, maybe Spartans, and then we call it. Just if they don't win against tier 4s in general, imagine against tier 5. But just for the sake of the video, just to try it out a little bit, why not? I want to see if they put up a fight mostly. You know? That's what I want to see. And damage is not bad. Nah, they die too fast. They really die way too fast. They cannot stay to the front line at all. Like, not even a bit. They die quickly. Too quickly. Even against Spear Sergeants, they actually died very, very fast, man. Extremely fast. I think they can be played. Musha can be played. But you gotta be very careful into the battle. You can't play them solo. Because that's what 1v1s are for. To show you if you can play them solo or not. And I don't think Musha is viable to play solo. Not at all. You gotta be very careful. Anyway, go in. For a second skill against Siladars, we do put up much more of a fight. Like, a lot of a fight, and we're actually winning. Surprisingly, we're actually winning. Nice. I mean, Siladars is not that meta neither. I think they actually did fall a little bit behind. But at least if you see some Siladars into the battle and you have one Musha, don't be scared of the Siladars, right? You can win against them. You have a chance. Phalanx, not gonna do nothing against Phalanx, unfortunately. As I said, I think pikemen and things like that are atrociously powerful against units like Musha. Oh wait, my second skill just... Oh, I went from the back. I don't know how I went from the back, but I did kind of push them in. And I still lost. That says a lot. Alright, GG's. Let's try Spartans and end it. I don't think we have any chance against Spartans, but... Sure, whatever. I think you could kill Spartans if they do the advance and you stop them in the back. That's the only reason I think you can kill against Spartans. But again, you need your allies to tank for you. You really need that. Because the damage-wise on a Musha, it's really not bad, man. But they die too quickly. Look how fast I died. Once people advance from the Spartans and I'm done. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm kinda happy they did pretty good against Chariot. Let's try Chariot one more time. Just one more time. And we call it. My opinion on a Musha are fun to play, but they need some love. With the new season, I don't know what's gonna be. I will prefer them to get a little bit of love because it's a very fun unit. It's not broken at all. You can still play them into the battle if you desire, but you have to be very careful. Because 1v1, you're not winning against no one. No meta units you're gonna win against, not even Spear Sergeant, so good luck with that. You can charge in, I'm gonna press the second skill. I'm happy that yes, he gets kicked out of the chariot. This is really beautiful. And then you just destroy it. Yeah, that's really nice. So you can counter chariot. At least that's what you know. Once you catch the chariot, you slow it by 90% or more, and you kick off the enemy hero because they do have AoE damage, which means you damage the hero and he falls off the chariot. That's some new changes about the chariot, where if you hit the enemy hero, he falls down of it. So that's really nice. That's really good changes. At least you know they are a good counters to chariot. And it's a poor opponent, so that's great. Anyway, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. 1v1 testing time. We're gonna do another post. Go vote for it, because what you vote, you're gonna get. And I see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely Monday.